Hey everyone, this is Mr. Miller again. Today, the entire lesson is going to be based off writing. This is an English class, so you're going to have to write on and off. That's just the reality of the situation. And today, I've been doing this for ever since I've been teaching, which hasn't been that long, but I still would like you to do it one way or the other. So I always have students write a personal letter to themselves. The reason for this being is because letter writing is a skill that you need to have. It may not seem like a skill you need to have right now, but you definitely will. You need to make sure that you are able to write letters. When you write letters, it's more personable. It is a skill that is really sought after in workplaces and things like that. And it also transfers to writing emails. I know that I personally don't write letters very much like handwritten letters anymore. I send emails, but the concept is very similar and the same. So throughout this school year, you're going to be learning how to write personal letters. You're going to write multiple personal letters, and you're going to be sending emails. And it's just going to help you in the long run, I promise. Like when I was younger, we didn't have the internet. I'm not trying to sound like, a boomer or anything like that, but I used to get a letter from my aunt every time it was my birthday, and I wrote her back because she lived by herself and she was very old, and it meant a lot to her. So some of the people that are older, like your older grandparents or aunts and uncles. Sorry about this siren going on. I'm not really quite sure what's going on, but give it a second. All right. Anyway, so people that are older are only used to getting letters, like they don't use the internet or getting emails. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but the point is that you're going to have to write a letter. So today what you're going to do is something that I think, give me a second again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. There's something going on outside. All right, hopefully that's it. All right, cool. So you're going to write a personal letter to yourself. So the directions are, by the end of the school year, you will be a different person than you are right now. Reading these directions, we all change. Every day we change. So you may not believe that or not, but you are. So it is important to address what you hope you'll be like at the end of the year with everything you've learned, hope to gain, and where you'll still want to end up. You're going to handwrite. I'm going to actually change that. You're not going to handwrite. You're going to type a letter to your future self addressing the following topics. This will be something just between you and me. I'm not going to share this. All right. I'm going to save these letters and I'm going to give them to you through an email, or like last year I mailed them straight away to students. So it's up to me to decide, but this is just between us. And I'm only going to read it one time and I'm not going to touch it again. So you're going to write a letter to yourself addressing the following topics. How are you feeling about entering the 8th grade right now? I don't have to really go into much detail and tell you that right now, 2020 is a crazy year. I don't need to say very much, else that there's a pandemic going on. There are protesting going on. There's a lot going on. So like this time period has not happened. Like a crazy year like this has not happened in a very long time. So maybe you, by writing this down, you'll be able to remember this when you're older. So, two, what is the first thing you're most excited about in English? Be honest with me. I know that not everybody likes English. You can just say, I'm not really excited to be in English. I don't like English at all. I don't care. It's just, that's just basic honesty. I'd rather deal with someone who's being honest than someone who lies. So, number 3, what do you hope to improve in on English? If you are a person that has an A plus in every single subject, there's still something you can improve on. Like last year, I had a student who's A plus and she never raised her hand or never said a word. So one of her goals was to raise her hand more. So there's something you can improve on. It doesn't matter what it is. So number 4, which aspects of your identity do you hope have stayed the same from now until the end of the year? So you're going to change, but what is one thing that you wish that would stay the same? Like as a person, like if you're in a certain group of friends, do you still want to have those friends? Do you still want to have a good study habit or something like that? You're going to be quite different when you start high school next year. So, and number 5, what is one thing about yourself that you hope has changed by the end of the school year, and what you can do to make this change happen? So some people, for example, like I'm really shy, and in real life, actually, I myself am kind of shy. And one of my goals is to open up as the years go on. And that was someone's goal last year too. Like, I'm very shy. I want to be able to do well. Another thing is like, hey, I had one student last year whose main language I spoke was Spanish. And his goal was, I wanted to be able to write in normal English by the end of the school year. And he did. So these are just reasonable goals that you have for yourself. Don't make them like really impossible. Like, I want to get 100% on everything and all year round. Like, that's not going to happen. So just be honest with yourself. So you're going to turn this letter into me to read, all right? So please do take it seriously. Once I read it, I will print it out and then seal it up and put it in an envelope and then put it in a safe location where no one touches it. I don't look at it. I give it out at the last week of school. It's really cringy to have people read it later. I think it's hysterical, but I mean, you should hold on to these. So you will be you will be getting graded, and that's just the way of the world. You're gonna get graded on everything you do in this class for the most part. So I'm grading on a scale of 4, 3, 2, and 1. So number 4 is your oops. You're going to follow correct letter format, which I'll talk about in a little bit, and addresses all 5 topics. So you have to have everything. And I apologize for the phone call. I don't know who's calling. It's out of whatever. So it addresses all 5 topics and at least is a half a page in length. That's not a lot because like you're going to be writing a lot more than that. A number of 3 is follows correct letter format, addresses at least 3 topics. So you've done 3 out of the 5 for this, but not all of it. 2 is that you follow something of a letter topic. And number 1 is you're somewhat follows a letter topic and you have at least 1 page, not a half in length. So 4 is 100%, 2 is, 3 is a B, 2 is a C, and 1 is a D. And if you don't do it, or if you choose to not do it, or choose to not turn it in, it'll be a 0, and you're going to miss out on something really fun. So letter format, very easy. 1 is the date in the upper left or right-hand corner. So if we look down here, you need to have the date. So this was written, I wrote this last year, this example. So it's 9/10/19. So you're just going to have to write the date. So today it is Tuesday, the 15th of 2020. So you're going to change it to 9, and then you're going to change it to, I don't know why I said 15. I'm so sorry. It is September 17th of 2020. Right? So you need to have the word dear and your name. So dear future me, or it would be dear future, like my name's actually, my first name is Carl. So dear Carl, or it could be dear Mr. Miller, or whatever you choose. That's up to you to decide. I don't really care, just as long as you have your name. You need to have a closing. Good luck next year. You can have love, sincerely, regards, whatever you want, a comma, and then your name. And example is you need to write something. So if you don't know how to start the letter, you can just copy mine and then you write more. So like I wrote, dear Mr. Miller, or dear Carl, or dear whoever I'm talking about myself in. Wow, can you believe that we just finished 8th grade? I was nervous coming into the year, thinking about sports, relationship, and keeping up my grades, and then I write more. So yours is going to look like that as well. And as long as you have everything in this, you'll get all your points. So if you have any questions or concerns, please do let me know in case you're struggling. Thank you.